Hi guys, today I'm going to show you how to make a catch game in Scratch. Sorry for how simple this idea is, since I've run out of ideas. So what about you post some ideas in the comments below? That would be helpful. So let's just get started. So you can use Scratch Cat as a sprite. It doesn't matter what sprite you have, but I'm going to use Catty. So let's just start. So let's do when green flag clicked, switch costume to the first one. My one's Catty A. Your one should be Cat A or whatever costume you use. Now let's do a forever loop. Now we do an if else. Well, this won't be the same as the scratch coding cards because we're going to make it a bit better. So now let's do and. Actually, no. An or. We're going to do an or right or left arrow pressed. And then we're going to do two ifs. And then we're going to do right arrow and left arrow. Now we're going to do move x 10, move x by minus 10. Now we're going to put Catty A or Cat A in there, and then we're going to do Catty B right there. So now we can move, but we are not changing direction. To fix that, set the direction start to left right. Now, if you can't do that, just put this block there to make it always in case someone changes it or your project kind of gets corrupted, which is really rare. So now let's do let's do 90 for right arrow and minus 90 for left arrow. Put 90 up here because you want to face right. Start now. When you walk, you can get this. Nice. So let's add a background. In the backdrops, choose a backdrop. I'm going to do boardwalk as it looks nice. If you do have boardwalk, make sure to go to x0 and y minus 41. Now we got a simple walking. Yeah! So now let's add the catch part. So you can make your sprite hold a bowl, but we're not going to do that. Right? So let's get a new sprite. So you can paint it if you like, but you can also choose a sprite. Let's do an apple. Yeah, that's a good idea. Now let's do when green flag clicked. We're going to go to x0, 0. But now you can change y by a really big amount, and then you'll see the maximum is 197. This may depend on what sprite you have. So this is just a way of checking the maximum place your sprite can go. Now we're going to do a forever. We're going to do wait 1 second and then let's do 1.5 seconds. Now we're going to add this after it. Before, do a create clone myself. Then and make sure you hide here. Now, when I start as a clone, we're going to show. We're going to set x to a random value between, let's do, I don't know, minus 194. So let's pick random. Minus 194 to 197. That's a good amount. And now, we will get apples at different places, but we need them to fall down. So we're going to do repeat until touching, and actually let's do an or touching catty or cat or whatever sprite or edge. Well, actually, let's do it this way. So I make a new sprite and call it bottom. Now just add a little black bar at the bottom and make sure this is in the center. Now you're going to do a when green flag collect, set ghost effect to 100. This will make it hide, but it will still actually be shown, so it will detect touching it. And make sure to put show in case anyone hides it. So now let's go to the following object. For me, it's an apple. Now let's do touching cat, whatever sprite, or bottom. You got a bottom option now because that's the bottom. Now we're going to do minus. Let's do change y by -5. Let's try. If you want it, well, that is a bit simple, isn't it? So let's make it so it will delete this clone once it touches something. So now, once we collect something, it will give us it. And now, when it touches the bottom, it falls and deletes it. So let's add well, this is a bit too simple. So we are going to make this a bit more non-simple. Let's make a velocity. Like, you can spell, if you want, you can just do VY. Because I forgot how to spell velocity. Don't say that I'm dumb, please. So let's do VY to 0. And now we're going to change it by -1. Actually, let's do -3. Now we're going to change y by VY. Make sure this is for this sprite only. Now we'll fall faster when it falls. It'll look a bit better. It'll make it also a bit harder. And it'll make it a bit more fun. So let's finally add a score. So, because I don't want this to be too long, I'm just going to use a variable score. You can use other types of scores you can do in Scratch, like text engine scores, but that doesn't matter. So, let's write it. So let's just set the score to 0 in Catty. Now in Apple, we'll do an if in the repeat until after VY, the change y by VY of velocity. If touching Catty, change score by 1. Now, every time we get an apple touching us, it will give us a point. Let's get an apple. Find one. Don't make it too hard. There we go. 3. So I hope you found this tutorial kind of helpful. I know this tutorial was more for beginners, but make sure to put some ideas in the comments so I don't forget to even post ever again because I need to post. So I hope you enjoyed this. So bye.